Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our Top 15 series, we've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer finds this color laser printer to be a satisfactory purchase, and despite some initial reservations about the potential risks of buying a new electromechanical device, they are happy with their decision to keep it. When it comes to image quality, the results aren't perfect for someone without advanced knowledge of color management. Printed images tend to be darker than what's seen on a monitor, and our reviewer noticed some issues with color fidelity, especially with certain shades of green blending together. The glossy finish on the prints also means glare can be a problem from certain angles, which at times can reveal faint lines from the paper transport mechanism. However, for their intended purposes of occasionally printing promotional flyers and abstract art, these issues were not deal breakers, and they felt the overall quality was more than acceptable. In early use, paper handling has also been reliable, with only a single minor corner fold occurring over a small batch of prints. Setting up this printer on a wireless network for multiple computers was a bit of an adventure. The reviewer, being the curious type, successfully connected the device to a wide array of operating systems, including various versions of Windows and OS X, though the process sometimes required a bit of troubleshooting. The real challenge and a notable success was getting it to work on Linux. Since there are no official drivers for that operating system, some online research was required. Our reviewer discovered that this machine is essentially a repackaged version of another manufacturer's product. By using the drivers for that alternative model, they were able to get it fully functional on their Linux systems, a solution they were quite pleased to uncover.
Let's start with our first reviewer's experience.
This reviewer came to this particular printer after a series of frustrating and expensive experiences with another major brand. Having spent a small fortune on two of their previous machines, only to be plagued by high-priced consumables and consistently poor, streaky print quality, our reviewer was ready for a change. The search led them to this device, a surprisingly inexpensive option that prompted some initial skepticism. However, what really caught their attention was the remarkably low cost of replacement toner, which was a fraction of what they were used to paying. After printing several hundred full-color pages, their initial doubts had been replaced with satisfaction. Setting up the machine on their network was straightforward using an Ethernet cable, with the software finding it almost instantly. A reviewer appreciates the compact, square design, noting that its lack of protruding parts makes it feel more durable than their previous, pricier models. One design choice they found less than ideal is the paper tray, which feels a bit flimsy and remains exposed on the front of the unit rather than being tucked inside. In terms of performance, the printer starts up very quickly and runs quietly. The toner cartridges load from the side, an unusual placement that could be an inconvenience depending on where the unit is situated, but they are simple and mess-free to replace. This client has also had success using non-OEM cartridges with no noticeable difference in color quality. While the output is great for everyday use, they do note two minor trade-offs. The machine prints slowly with a significant pause between pages, and the final prints have a slightly shiny, waxy finish reminiscent of older color copiers. For their purposes, however, these small quirks are a perfectly acceptable compromise for the reliability and incredible value this printer provides.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer purchased two of these color laser printers, one to replace a worn-out older model and another to replace a traditional inkjet. One point to consider is that LED and laser printers function using essentially the same technology, differing primarily in their light source. Don't let that distinction be a deciding factor in your choice. A reviewer notes that this device is relatively loud for a laser printer, though not as noisy as an inkjet. It lacks a dedicated paper tray, but this is a worthwhile trade-off for its compact size, enabling it to fit in spaces typically occupied by inkjets. The initial wireless setup requires a USB connection, which is a bit unusual but only a one-time requirement. On the positive side, this printer is very fast and reliable once set up. It connects seamlessly to multiple devices via Wi-Fi, consistently waking up and printing without issue. Its low power consumption in standby mode allows it to be left on continuously, resulting in quick warm-up and fast printing speeds, both significant advantages. Print quality is generally very good to outstanding, with excellent color output. While the black print quality at 600x 600 dpi is satisfactory, printers with 1200 dpi offer a sharper image, although the difference is only noticeable when compared side by side. This client was very happy with support when one unit developed squeaky rollers. A replacement was sent at no cost with no questions asked. Regarding consumables, the starter toner lasted approximately 700-800 pages, consistent with the manufacturer's claims. Compatible replacement toner cartridges, rated for 2,000 pages, lasted similarly. The overall cost of consumables is significantly lower than that of inkjet printers, particularly when using compatible toner versus refilled ink cartridges. The drum and toner components are not user serviceable, but are projected to last for 30,000 to 35,000 pages. Our reviewer concludes that this color laser printer is a great option for home or light office use when a small footprint is required.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.